I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. Here I am, here I stand. Lord, my life is in your hands. I am longing to see your desires revealed in me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. Take my heart, take my life as a living sacrifice. All my dreams, all my plans, Lord, I place them in your hands, and I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. I give myself away.
Thank you, Michael. That was beautiful. It's fall, it's harvest time, and that means connecting to our abundance. And I was thinking about this topic, and I thought to myself, oh, you know, what did I got a degree in economics from UCLA. And for those of you, some of you may know this, but economics is the study of money. Any other guesses? Household homes. Alonso, Santiago, do you guys know what economics is the study of? The market? Yeah, these are all good. You look it up, the first thing you'll see, economics is the study of scarcity. It's the study of scarcity, and or the allocation of scarce goods, right? That they pound that into your head. It's about studying scarcity. And I don't want to study scarcity anymore. I don't want to focus on scarcity. It's, you know, so economics, I guess I majored in studied the wrong thing. I haven't done a thing with it. I went the opposite way. So most of us have been brought up in the mindset of scarcity. My mom had this little little statue that said, when my ship, it's a person carrying a bag, when my ship comes in, I'll probably be at the airport. Have you seen that little thing? Or scarcity, money doesn't grow on trees, right? You know, there's so many idioms that are in our society about scarcity, but not many about abundance. I remember in 1983, when the minimum wage in California was $3.35, I had a job as a collections agent for a whole 2 weeks at J.C. Penney for $6 an hour. And, you know, I was so proud, $6 an hour. My mom was so happy for me. I quit it. I quit that job. I could not, it was so awful. I would have panic attacks during my lunch hour, my lunch half an hour. But when I quit that job, my mom she was freaked out, saying, you know, thinking, you'll never get a job for more than $6 an hour. Don't ever leave. You should have never left that job, you know? And so I got another job for twice as much, and I left that job. And she had the same reaction. You what? You quit that job? You know, it was very, you know, protective, mother-like, right? You know, don't lose your stability, don't lose your security. Then I went on to get a job that made twice as much, right? And I quit that job. It kept on going. But a lot of people are paying attention to lack and limitation these days and scarcity. And Michael Beckwith put it this way. He said, we cannot be hypnotized by the tyranny of societal trends. Hypnotized by the tyranny of societal trends. Another way to put it, this is powerful too, we must free ourselves from society's undertow. So what is that? You know, we're swimming, we're doing fine, and then there's this undercurrent in the social media. There's this undercurrent, people talking about tariffs, you know, people, you know, there's a lot of fear. It's our job not to be where that is. Our job is to be where fear does not live. Love lives there. That's the ultimate reality. Fear is just a separation from our oneness. It's a separation from our source. You know, so all this societal undertow about you'll never win, there's not enough to go around, justice will never be served, you know, we will always, or they will always be oppressed. You know, these become lack and limitation blueprints in the Akashic record, for those of you who believe in that. Michael Beckwith said something else really interesting. He said, don't pull in the frequency of all the suffering that is happening on the planet. Instead, ask, what good is present right now that I cannot see? What good is present right now that I can see? What is seeking to emerge as my life? What gift is being born in me right now? What power is being cultivated? There's always something. We're always giving birth to something. We're always emerging and transitioning and transforming into something. So what are we creating? And if your mind is always believing everything you tell it, just think of that. Your mind is always believing everything that you tell it. If you say, "Oh yeah, David, you're not that good," your brain it's believing you. So you can't even trust your own thoughts when you join with this undertow. So feed your brain love. Feed your brain compassion. Feed your brain hope. And let it listen to that. There's another saying that really struck me this week, and it's originally from Marcus Garvey, civil rights activist, and then it became part of the Redemption Song by Bob Marley. And last night there was a workshop with Mark Mesidorian, and he reminded me we must emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Whatever that is, in whatever form it exists, right? So how can we do that? We can think of it as seeing through new eyes. You can think of it as taking a pair of glasses and just cleaning the lenses, or getting a new prescription, or taking the glasses off. But whatever it is, you can think of it as seeing. There's a science. It's about the new. I think it's called noetic sciences. It's about seeing things as if you are seeing things for the very first time. For the very first time, forgetting all of the limitation from the past that you've heard or told yourself. So when we're seeing through new lenses, we can see and get as my friend said last night, get an upgrade to our spiritual vision. We're here to get an upgrade every Sunday. We're continuously getting an upgrade. It's not like we're walking out and forgetting everything. It's that we're on this path that we've chosen that demands, because of the purpose that we have in this lifetime, that we get more and more and more upgraded. We said yes. We said a sacred yes to being upgraded. Our co-founder, Myrtle Fillmore, along the line of abundance and upgrade, she said the universe is crammed full of health, but the universe is also crammed full of joy, peace, abundance, prosperity, relationships, answers, everything. It's crammed full of these things. And these things are in this place that we sometimes call our source. And I was just thinking, we use that word source really quickly. And we forget, it's not just like a little cup. It's not like, this candle is going to burn out eventually, this physical candle. But your source is this thing that is infinite. It is your infinite source and supply. That's why it is so powerful. It's not this thing, I'm tapping into my source. No, it is big. It is magnificent. It's not bounded by anything but this. It's not bounded by anything except our mental slavery. So, there are an infinite number, that must mean there are an infinite number of solutions. Not just one solution. Think about a problem that's on your mind. Think about a problem that's in society. There is not just one solution, because there are infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities. And the knowledge to carry these things out. I've often said that you hear about global warming, how we passed the 2%, indicator mark or whatever this is, and that there's no going back. Yes, there is a going back. Yes, we have the potential and the power to change things. The technology is not yet known, but we will and we can with our unlimited source and supply. I want us to revisit, and instead of thinking about source, supply, abundance as a thing, think of source, supply, abundance as a consciousness. As a consciousness. Wayne Dyer said, abundance is not something we get. It's not something we acquire. It is something we tune into. It's a consciousness we tap into. And Jesus said, I came that they have life and have it more abundantly. That's John 10:10. I came. Now, him saying this, why did you come here? This is my mission statement. I came that y'all have life and have it more abundantly. And I think what Jesus was getting at was not just looking at the abundance around us. When he multiplied the loaves and the fishes, right? He didn't say, hey, Mary, where are there more loaves and fishes? Oh, shoot, there's tariffs going on, and I can't, there's not enough loaves and fishes to go around, right? He didn't do that. He went inner, and he blessed, and he gave thanks, and the rest was a knowing. The rest was a knowing. He tapped into his infinite source and supply. Jesus also said, seek ye first the kingdom. Has anybody ever heard that? Seek ye first the kingdom, and what? All things shall be added unto you. So what does that mean? That doesn't mean pray to heaven. It means seek ye first the kingdom. And what is the kingdom? The kingdom is the reality of we are divine creatures. We are infinite in possibility. We are magnificent beyond measure. And that's what the kingdom is. Jesus taught us that the way is through us, not to pray to him, but to realize within ourselves what we really are. So, talk on abundance. I would be amiss if I didn't talk a little bit about money, and I'm going to say this. There's a structure by Marla Dean, and I want you to think about it's like a pyramid. There's abundance, and abundance is this universal principle. It's a universal law. We've talked about that. And prosperity is the specific physical effect that results from that principle. And money is just one form of prosperity. Someone said, oh yeah, money, it's kind of cool because you can actually measure energy. I saw an awesome, she was a hypnotherapist, but she was a healer. And she talked about the reason why she takes money for her services is because it's an energy exchange. It's an energy exchange. And that's what money is. So when you pay your bills, do it from gratitude instead of resentment. Because we don't want that kind of energy in the atmosphere resenting the bills that we pay, okay? I'm not going to resent GoDaddy for taking our website down this morning. I'm going to go to them and say, I'm so grateful for your services. I'm grateful that we had a website. I didn't know it was on GoDaddy, okay? Well, so, on your checks, have you ever written anything spiritual on your check? What did you write?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Me too.
Michael wrote me too on his checks. No, no, he wrote thank you. He wrote thank you as well. And anybody else? Did you write anything else besides good things only, right?
Go and multiply.
Go and multiply, right? Or you can put an initial on your check that just says, you know, I am blessed. Whatever you want to put on your checks, you just put that in the notes field and just start to notice a change in paying bills. Because I know our bills are expensive, but once again, we have a provider that is giving us a service that's so many that half the world doesn't have. Half the world doesn't have. So let's give thanks for it. I'm going to close by talking a little bit about Deepak Chopra. He wrote a book called The 7 Laws of Abundance. And I'm only going to take 3, and I'm going to mention them briefly. First of all, there's this idea that, do you know what a zero-sum game is? A zero-sum game is if he wins, I lose. If I win, he or she loses, okay? Abundance is not a zero-sum game. We live in so many environments where we think it's a zero-sum game, but it's really not. The big game in life is not a zero-sum game, because when someone else wins, if we actually praise someone else's success, we're in line and in tune with abundance. Instead of getting jealous, right? Have you ever gotten jealous of someone else's success? I have. Have you ever felt like if someone else had a certain amount of success, oh, well, that's taken, they're better than me, or there's less available for me now? So that's zero-sum game thinking. Let's think outside of mathematics as we know it and think about there is enough for everyone. So the second thing from his book is about the law of abundance. It is intention and attention expands the field of possibilities. It's a scientific fact. They did this they were trying to measure, I think it's called the Brownian movement or something. No, it's not the Brownian movement, excuse me, it's something else. But they were trying to measure small particles. And I believe it was with an electron microscope. And the scientists realized that every time they tried to measure and pinpoint locations of things, these things moved around because they were reacting to the device that was the measuring device. But it turns out that on the quantum level, nothing can be observed without affecting it. Nothing can be observed without affecting it. All right? So what does this say about your prayers? You can't observe Gaza without having some small effect on Gaza. You can't think about Venezuela. You can't think about Prop 50, whatever it is, right, that you're interested in. You can't think about these things without having some effect. This is what some people call the butterfly effect. A butterfly flapping its wings here has real gravitational consequences throughout the entire cosmos. It's just infinitesimally small, but it reaches the furthest parts of the cosmos. Just you waving your hand, it's amazing. So our thoughts, too, have this energy into expanding the infinite field of possibilities, okay? So a final thing I'll say about this book by Deepak Chopra called The 7 Laws of Abundance. He said, whatever you want to receive, start by giving. And isn't that true of love and kindness and compassion? Have you ever kind of melted someone's resistance a little bit at the cash register where you said, good morning, and they say, good morning, and all of a sudden you have had an effect on this person? Have you ever been the first one to say, I'm sorry, and then the other person says, I'm sorry too? Have you ever been the first person to reach out and say, I love you? Because that has reciprocity. It makes a difference. And this is the law of circulation. And so Deepak Chopra says the same thing is true of prosperity. This concept of the law of circulation means it's like holding your breath. If you hold your breath with all of your possessions and your money, it's going to stagnate. If you hold your breath, you're going to die after a while. You need to breathe. Everything in your body is circulating. There's something called the Krebs cycle that causes oxygen to be useful in the body. There's a circulatory system. There's lymph, has its own way of recycling. There's everything, your blood, the oceans, everything is circulating and recycling in this motion of give and take, of giving and receiving, of sharing, of circulation. It's not static. So we say every Sunday, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have. we don't stop there. All that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We're blessing both the outgo and the income, right? And that's circulation. We say we bless these love offerings that help our spiritual home thrive. These gifts do good work in our community. We give to the community because we as a board are actually tithing. We're actually calculating 10% of everything we receive because we believe in this principle of tithing. And it doesn't have to be 10%, but we choose the traditional definition of 10%. Even if we're losing money on a typical month, we will take $600 on average and give it to where it's going to make an impact because we believe in this law of circulation and that as we give, we receive. That's what we're here for. And the rest of that, these gifts do good work in our community and beyond, and they are returned to us multiplied abundantly. And I've always thought, it doesn't just return to us multiplied abundantly in money, it can return to us multiplied abundantly in blessings, in health, in time, talent, as well as treasures, right? Have you heard of that? Time, talent, treasures. These are all ways that we can circulate and give. We can give of our skills. We can give of ourselves if we have a particular skill. If we have overcome addiction, can we in our lifetime make a significant impact on someone else who is struggling with addiction? That's circulation. That's circulation. So, I want to conclude by not covering the microphone. Someone told me not to do that. Do not cover the microphone. I want to have us go in for a moment and just kind of get into this field, this vibration of infinite possibilities. And I'd like to ask Michael to come forth. And I'm just going to use some affirmations and some truth statements, and then I'm going to have us just experiment with just thinking about this just for a minute or two. So first of all, I invite you to go within and just release any thought that is contrary to your own abundance. Abundance in all things. And I would like you to repeat after me. I'm going to say something and you're going to say it back. I am open to receiving unexpected opportunities. I'm grateful for the abundance that is already here. I'm grateful for everything that I have in its many forms. I'm grateful for the blessings that I can't see yet. I live in an abundant universe. All that I need is flowing to me right now. I'm grateful for money and prosperity in all of its forms. I'm generous with my time, talent, and treasures. I change the world with my abundance. I am open to receiving what is in the highest and best for all. I have plenty of time. I'm right on time. I'm not done yet. I'm included in all the good of the universe. I'm grateful for this vibrational shift. I welcome upgrades in every aspect of my life. Let's take a deep breath. And just a few more. I welcome the outpouring of incredible good in my life. There is enough for everyone. There is enough healing. There is enough love. There is enough creativity. There are infinite answers. My abundance matters to the universe. And so it is.